My friends, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be blind? Maybe some of you don't have to wonder. Maybe you're someone who is blind or gradually losing your sight. Of course, some people are blind from birth. Some are plunged into blindness from injury or disease. And some people lose much of their ability to see as they age. I've recently been diagnosed with AMD, age-related macular degeneration. So I know I will not avoid the diminished eyesight that comes with age. I really doubt that the medical community will be able to eradicate all blindness in the near future. That seems unlikely. But for now, I'm okay. I don't have anyone in my family or circle of friends who is completely or nearly blind. If I did, they could probably give me a good idea what it's like. But since that's not the case at all, I'll just have to wonder and wait. Or do I? Do I really have to wonder and wait? Not at all. And the reason I don't have to do that is it's because in a real sense, I am blind, spiritually blind. But I'm not sure if I am that aware of it or that convinced about it. And yet my blindness remains. I'm often blind to the needs of people all around me, distracted by a host of other things that so absorb my thinking and my wants and my needs that I can't see the person right in front of me who is blind, so desperate to be helped. I'm often blind to the injustices right in my midst, the really big ones and the smaller ones that I might be contributing to through my own attitudes, my own actions. I'm often blind to my unhealthy need to be liked, to be affirmed, or appreciated, to be thanked, to be praised. I'm often blind to my need to be right or win every argument. I'm blind to my tendency to talk before listening, or explain before asking for the opinions and the ideas of others. I'm blind to my own selfishness and self-centeredness. I'm blind to my prejudices and my unfair judgments. To put it quite simply, my friends, I'm blind to my need to be changed on the inside, to be transformed into a kinder, more compassionate, more loving, other-centered person. Yes, it seems that quite often I'm convinced that I'm just fine. Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me. We love these miracle stories, don't we, my friends? We love seeing Jesus do something that we could never do. We love seeing him step in to save the day for someone or some situation. Way to go, Jesus. And the person or people Jesus helps in these situations, well, they just seem to be passive in all of this, just along for the ride, just on the receiving end of Jesus' healing power and compassionate love. But is that really what's going on here in this gospel passage that we heard? Is Bartimaeus, the blind man, just anybody? Just somebody Jesus needs for what he plans to do? In other words, is he just there to allow Jesus to teach us something important? Or might Bartimaeus himself be able to teach us something as well? Of course, the irony is that Bartimaeus, a blind man, clearly can see in ways that change his life. Despite his blindness and the hardships that come with it, he's able to see through the eyes of faith, to see the possibility for a better future, see the person right there in front of him in whom he can place his trust. sees the difference that Jesus can make, sees God in this man he believed could heal him and make his life better. And it didn't matter if others were trying to stop him, because Bartimaeus was laser focused. On the other hand, we can see, you and I can see, but how often are we blind in countless ways? You know, we don't always turn to the right places or the right people for help. We often embrace a kind of hopelessness and cynicism, convinced that the future will always be worse than the past. We let the pressure from people around us keep us from staying positive. And most importantly, we often have a difficult time seeing our loving God all around us, coming to us continually through other people and through the situations in which we find ourselves. We can see, but somehow we are often blind to the grace of God at work, poured into every heart that is open to it. Bartimaeus was blind, but he saw the important things. So he is not a passive bystander. He is you and me, my friends, or at least the people God hopes will be. People who see the world through the eyes of faith. And when, like Bartimaeus, we see in spiritual ways, when we embrace hope and trust and humility, good things happen. Good things are born. Sometimes those things bless us specifically as individuals, as it did Bartimaeus. Other times, our faith brings about blessings for others or for the world as a whole. This is the saving power of God at work, a power that saves us in this time and in this place. May the example of Bartimaeus help us to allow Jesus to save us from whatever it is that is enslaving us, weighing us down, holding us back, crushing our spirits. Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me. Maybe that's not just a line from a story long ago. Maybe that should be our prayer today and every day.